Hello, my name is Shelley and welcome back for another episode of Victoria 3 as Mexico. In previous episode we won our war against the USA, the last one that we probably have against them. And we're just cleaning up a bit of borders against Britain. I don't know if we'll have time to actually win this war. We do have a lot of armies that are not activated yet though, so let's fix that one, shall we? And then I guess what we could do is send in at least... well, they are sending quite a bit of troops in here. I'm pretty sure our troops will be better than theirs, but I'm just going to send in one more army to help defend there. We're going to have a bit of troops here. Actually, what? Which one is the... right, that's traveling already. Pacific Coast HQ. Let's go for Somaliland. Guatemala. Right, let's do... hold on a minute. At Dixie. Guess we could send a U over here, help defending, just in case. I do wonder if they're sending actually any troops into here. A handful of troops. Should be... oh, they are getting... right, they are actually getting a bit of extra troops for that one. And there's a bit of fighting going on in Sundry already. Oh, I could serve at this isthmus. I mean, sure, I guess. I don't see a penalty in that, I guess, in the end. So the Spanish Civil War is going to be quite bloody in there, I reckon. And our troops are activating. The enemy is bringing quite a bit of units in here, but I suppose one of the things that I could do is take this fleet, raid convoys, coming in from here, I think. That's going to be a good location for it. So they're bringing a lot of troops, but of course, if we can raid their convoys, then that's always going to be a lot easier for us. Now, I do actually wonder, they are probably not bankrupt. How good is their economy? We haven't fought them in a while. 60 million. I mean, it's okay, I guess. Oh, they have declared bankruptcy recently. Oh, never mind. So it's not quite as bad as I thought it would be. How's the investment pool, by the way? It's still 12 million, but it's going down rather quickly. So I don't think we necessarily need to increase our construction speed at this stage. That's the army quality. So they do have a machine gunner, so they will have a pretty decent defense. Right. Ooh, actually, do we have the war machine industry? It is set to auto-expand. We're producing 250 airplanes already. I think we're just going to build a few extras, just to be on the safe side. But that's going to give the planes that we need to our troops be in a good quality. Of course, something to keep in mind is that we have switched the troop quality recently, so attack values might not be the best quite yet. If we have a look at, for example, one of these units. Defense value of 95, secondary equipment, it's been switched fairly recently. So it's minus 16% from there. Okay, I mean, minus 16% is actually quite manageable still, all things considered, so it's not too bad. It's going to be for 10 more months though, so it's probably not going to be... well, it depends how quickly the war goes, I guess. Oh, now they've got 200 battalions coming in here. I mean, I suppose we could have another one of the armies... well, that's a fairly small army there. Got another, a bit larger army in here, so I'm just going to bring them in to help defend the front line there. You know, once we sink their convoys, they won't be able to get the supplies in, hopefully. And then we'll just, you know, clean up what's left there. And we've got a fairly limited amount of war goals in this war. So that would definitely help quite a bit in here. I'm going to add the Somaliland Treaty Port as a primary war goal as well. They do have 25 battalions in here. We've got 40 battalions arriving. Oh no, they do have a lot more arriving in here. Well, I say a lot more. It's actually just 6 more. It's just large armies that don't have a lot of troops in them. The money situation is looking a little bit more dire though. I don't have any trade or convoys myself, well, other than to Africa, I suppose. But like trade convoys and like that I would have to be afraid for. We do have, let's see, so where's that one? That's patrolling the coast of Mexico. I could send this one out to catch some... oh, wait, no. Raid convoys over here. I don't know how large of a fleet they have, actually. 116. 117 total. Well, Mosquito Kingdom has one of those. How good are their fleets, though? I guess that's the main question, isn't it? It's monitors, destroyers, submarines, and sealing strategies. So we do have better fleet than they do with our battleships or dreadnoughts. So that's good. And yeah, there's a bit of an army in here already. They got okay defense. But of course it depends how much troops there's going to be in the battle. Who's going to be winning the conflict. At least the legitimacy has gone up a little bit. There are still quite a few movements wanting to push for various things, but I'm not going to let them take that. Or push any of these, especially the national militia. It's just not something that I'm for. Argentina is damaging relations. Oh no! Well, I mean, we've got less than 3 years left in the game, so I don't think there's going to be too much that they can do against me. But if we can clear out this pocket here, that's going to be good. Oh, right. Madagascar is not part of the war. Or Marina is not part of the war, so that's actually going to be a bit of a saving grace. I do realise, though, we've got the construction. No, actually, all of them are steel frame building already. Never mind. I was wondering if we could switch some of the existing stuff. We're down to 11 million in the investment pool anyway, so that's going to be pretty much spent soon enough anyway. And the war is about to start. War among the clouds completed. 8th officer. Who's this one? This is one of the larger armies. Advancing. Oh, right, yeah, especially in the Mosquito Kingdom front. So, we can actually get the war support increased by 10. And the general gets popularity plus 30 permanently. Oh, we can take. Oh! Getting plus 30 army offense for that army. Yeah, we'll go for that one. Because that's going to allow us to break through this front line a lot easier. At least in theory. I mean, the enemy troops over here are, well, I'd say limited in numbers, but they're not actually that limited. All things considered. We've got our first battle in here. Oh! We might actually win this because they don't have the manpower as we do. Their defense values is fine, but of course, we got the larger numbers overall. And plus, our kill rate should be a bit higher than theirs. I mean, let's actually have a look. Kill rate. Theirs is 39%, ours is 54%. Oh, wow, yeah. That's not bad. Let's have a look at the text real quick. So we're getting the compression ignition for fairly shortly. We could get something from the military, but at this stage, most of it won't be all that effective. I mean, oh, we don't have the battleships yet. No, we've got the dreadnoughts, but we could go for the battleships. I guess we'll unlock that one, and then we'll go for something in production again. Or maybe in the society. We could get the film for extra art. But I guess we're going to be winning both of these combats in here. I mean, we are presumably sinking some of their convoys at least. Oh yeah, the 700 convoys at Bay of Biscay that just got sank. Also, how's the battle in Africa going? Well, we are winning that. There we go, we cleared out that one. We can just hold on to that area there. We don't need to worry about it too much. Possession in Maya. Well, it wouldn't be too large of an army, but it would be a bit nasty surprise there. There is a lot of turmoil, admittedly. Actually, why is there turmoil? Unfulfilled political movement, that's one of the things. I could try passing this free trade, I suppose. Got a pretty good chance of passing, although the government doesn't really approve it. It'll be fine. That might give a bit more loyalists, at least. I don't know if it's going to have an impact on this secession, though. But it should be reduced. And there we go, compression ignition. Let's go through the buildings real quick, especially in the rural area, innit? So we go for compression ignition tractors. That's going to increase the oil consumption a lot. But the coal consumption is going to go down drastically, and it's going to reduce the labor need even further. Oh, and then of course all the mines... Oh, hold on a minute, isn't there the... No, the oil rigs do not get anything from that. But the mines do. But all the diesel pumps in there. And then I guess one of the things that we might need to do is go ahead and build a bit more oil pumps. Or oil rigs. Because I have a feeling that we probably need quite a bit. Well, that's going to be quite a few. I don't know how bad the situation is, but the secession is gaining some ground even further. One of the things... Well, there's a lot of turmoil. That causes a bit of tax waste. There's a bit of peasants in here. It's not too bad, all things considered, but the amount of radicals that we have, I mean, it has dropped a tiny bit. But clearly not enough. We managed... Oh, we managed to split these in two. Interesting. We should be advancing through the... Oh, right, actually, how's the other front here? Ah, they're not too strong. And Mosquito Kingdom, we also split them in two. Well, this one's going to be a lot smaller army. Oh, there's a lot of armies in there. Most of them are just tiny in comparison. Okay, well, can I put in a decree for... Probably not, actually. Trying to ease up the problems over here for the people, but I don't think there's necessarily too much that we can do. I mean, the Guatemala is one of the things that... It's got a lot of pops in there. I'm getting a railway in there. How's the... Oh, infrastructure. Could use a bit of boost there, but it's not too bad, all things considered. But the amount of turmoil that we do have is a bit bad. I suppose one of the things, or there's several things that we haven't passed, is that probably the National Militia is one of those. If we lose a little bit of land there, we still have at least this area here that we should be holding on to. And we can just deal with the rebellion quite easily, I reckon. I mean, it should be like 30 battalions, maybe 40 or 50 with the conscripts. But at least we're dealing with the British quite quickly. And the Swiss server is going to be done before the end of the game, by the looks of it. Oh boy, the secession is still going up. At least we are reducing it a tiny bit. Oh, like the speed, but yeah, the risk is still pretty high. Admittedly, again, it's a fairly small area that is going to be trying to secede. Oh, Ukraine didn't even join there. Okay, it's just these two. So we'll have a bit of troops on the front line there. Do we have an army that is not busy? Oh, this one. So they did take a bit of troops at least. There's no one on the southern front line yet. I suppose that's one of the things. Do we still have another army that isn't busy? I mean, I suppose we could bring in the army back from Africa. Get on there. We can still deal with the... Oh. There's troops there and there. So they're split into multiple fronts. That one we're defending right now. And that one's just... Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and clear out at least one of these fronts. Overrun some of them, maybe. And this one's going to be another victory. Got some planes flying about here. That's quite a nice little detail. Oh, yeah, we're probably going to win that one. We've got a front line there. How about we send the defending one over here to this bigger front line? And stop their advance. Maybe even reverse it. I mean, if they keep on attacking, we can probably hold them back. And we will clear out this one soon enough, and then we can start counter-attacking. Sinking in some British convoys, another 700 of them, in fact. So that should cost them quite a pretty penny. So now they are at least pushed into one front line here. I might take the smaller army over here and just put it on the southern front there for the time being. So this is all combined into one front now, at least. So that's good. How is the enemy troop quality now? They've still got the same units, at least in theory. There we go. Oh, the British morale over here is really bad. Well, I mean, that does help. They have also a bit of problems with the manpower in there. Which will also give us a nice... Oh, there we go. Battleship unlocked. I do wonder if I should switch my fleet. I mean, it would cause a bit of problems with the fleet quality. But I think I'm going to switch to the battleships regardless. It's going to increase the ammunition and ironclad consumption a little bit further. But beyond that, it's not too bad. It increases the offense and defense by another 5, and morale loss is reduced by 3. That is pretty alright, I dare say. So, I don't suppose they are willing to take the peace deal yet. Oh, can I not? Oh! Bollocks, I can't get British Guatemala right now. Because of that secession there. Well, at least we'll get the Mesquite Kingdom and the port in Somaliland. Or Somalia, so, you know, it's not quite ideal. I guess we'll live. Confusion and delay. And get some more authority. I guess we'll go for that one. There should be just still pretty decent support in there. Oh, there we go. Now we split the enemy troops there, and is there... Oh, yeah, then... No, they don't have that good morale or anything like that. So our attack should be going fairly well. Over here we're also clearing out the northern pocket there. Donation of knowledge. A wonderful idea. Wait, what's this? Oh, right, this is the secession. Maya pricing. And then that one is British Republic versus Dahomey Peasant Revolution. Okay, I'm not gonna draw in that one. But we should be able to clear out that pocket there. So now we've got a second army in there. I guess we could send in the big army right now to just advance on the front line here. Just to clear out the enemies a bit faster. They've got 500 battalions in here. Although we're still going to be winning the combat that we currently started. I mean, we've got a bit higher offense than their defense. They still got a lot of attrition problems, I reckon. Among other things. So we're still winning the battles overall. Oh, there we go. That's another 280 convoys sank. Earlier we sank another 250. We do have a bit of low market access in places, but oh well. And telephones are a bit expensive. Those tend to living in various places. Oh, wow, yeah, there's quite a bit of problems with that. We do have a decision available. Oh, right, cancel the Suez server. No, we're not going to do that one. Do we actually own the Suez Canal now? No, 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 we don't. There's a bit of combat in there, but that's none of my business. That's another 300. Convoy sank. So how is that attack going in here? We are slowly but surely beating them back, and I suppose since we're sinking so many of their enemy convoys, I don't think their troops are going to be particularly good morale in here to begin with. Plus they might have fairly high attrition. About 21% on that general at least. Right, so the enemy should be somewhat weakened. Oh, and there's no one defending the southern front line in the first place. So we're going to be taking the capital, I guess, fairly soon. And I suspect that this war is going to be potentially over faster than the Britain war. Ooh, South Dakota have discovered some oil. Oh, now they're attacking. We're a handful of troops. Well, that's not going to go all that well. Now we managed to advance quite a long distance before they started fighting back there. Oh, it probably combined the fronts. Yeah, it did. Okay. Well, fair enough. Regardless, they've got kind of meager defense. They got the squad infantry. The defaulting on loans, they still got the hand crank machine gun at least, which gives them a bit of stuff. And I guess they still got the flamethrower. Yeah, so they did not change the barracks at least. So I don't need to be changing those back. But we got a gold rush. Sure. This, technically speaking, it should be oil, but... Oh, well, oh, there we go. We captured a tiny bit of it. Back in here. So how is the battle? I suppose we've got the war goals already. They would actually accept the peace deal. Might as well take it. Unfortunately, that one remained in the enemy hands. Now we've got quite a bit of troops over here ready to advance. Oh, we do. Oh, now we've got that one. It split the army. Oh, well. Combine the front again. I guess at this point we don't actually need all of these. You can be put standby. That one can still stay on the offense. This could be sent to standby. I know that it's going to delay the attacks every time we do that, but it's alright. What do we have here? Oh, compromising the people. We can either take a setback or increase the enactment time. I suppose we'll take the enactment time. The Mexican Dream. Story has been making rounds about a miner who struck it rich and became the wealthiest man in his town. People in South Dakota are beginning to live beyond their means, convinced they'll all become rich soon enough. I mean, we'll just get the bonus in there for the time being. So we're losing a bit of cash right now. We've got still 18 million in cash reserves though, so not too shabby. I'm guessing this secession, well, they would not take the peace deal yet. They will soon enough. They will soon enough. We do have quite a bit of radicals in here. I mean, how do we have this many radicals in here? It'd be nice if you could see the amount of radicals per state as well, or like the... Oh, wait, no, we can actually see that. So a lot of laborers are radicals. Others not so much. Maybe we could do something about the amount of laborers in here. We can put it into chainsaws, that's going to increase the... sort of how well that job at least pays. That one's already done as much as it can. I guess the plantations mostly are already as good as they can be. What would be something that we need badly? I mean, again... Oh, well, engines we're going to get a lot back from... I could put actually electronics, or electrics industry in here. For that to auto-expand. Like some radios, among other things. But there we go. We should be winning this war quite handily. Oh, there we go. They capitulated. Good. Now, let's just double-check that they didn't switch... Well, the ports, they definitely switched. Railways. Oh, we're going to go for the diesel trains. I'm going to go with the electric trains right now, though. Although, one of the things I could do... Maybe we'll switch the ones in our capital to be diesel trains. So that's going to increase the infrastructure quite a bit in there. Of course, oil consumption is going to go up quite a bit, and engines consumption. But at the same time, electricity price is going to drop a tiny bit there. Less laborers, more machinists. So in that case, we might want to do that also in here. Just to increase the... Or reduce the labor numbers a tiny bit and increase the sort of better paying jobs numbers. But there we go, now we're making 70,000 per week. Unfortunately, we did not get Belize back from the war there. Bit of a shame. But now we got the Search Survey, we could do... Oh, film unlocked, right. We've got no other research going on right now. Let's have a look at the production. So there's the arc welding. Okay, give the... Oh, right. Arc-welded steamships for shipyards and arc-welded buildings for construction sector. Oil turbine for power plants, that's also a possibility. There's a few things in the production. In the military, there's not too many either. I mean, we could probably get the aircraft carrier, I guess. I'll put in something else for here, maybe the malaria prevention. Not that we necessarily need that one either. We don't really do a lot of colonization at this stage. Now, one of the things that I could have done, which I kind of forgot to do about, is incorporate a lot of these states. Admittedly, not going to be incorporated until the time is over. Some of them I could have maybe incorporated in time. Oh, well, we got that one already halfway done. Okay, like the benefit from doing this is negligible at best, but at least sort of go for the route that they will be incorporated into our nation. And we do have a nice little stretchiness of our font there. I think it's roughly the size of Russia's font over there. Admittedly, Russia is Russia, so they will always have a massive area there. So the French are having another fight against Kaffa. Oh, they want to open Kaffa's market, okay. Yeah, right there. Well, that's none of our business. But even though we've had some failures along this run, of course it wouldn't be a run made by me if there wasn't some failures, but we managed to definitely increase in size quite a bit. I mean, we started with Texas being in a war, and then I believe we had New Mexico partially at least colonized. Arizona partially colonized. I don't... Actually, maybe we had all of Arizona already. Maybe even New Mexico. But I do remember that there was a lot of colonizing around here, which we then slowly got a lot of the areas. We did have at least California entirely, and I think Nevada as well. And then I think Arizona. So it may have been like Utah, New Mexico, Colorado, Texas, and then Oklahoma. We didn't have anything in there. But that was the initial battles with USA in terms of colonizing the areas. I suppose one of the things... Oh, right, actually, I forgot to change the industries, didn't I? I got distracted, so I do apologize for that. Right, we can add in the film art as well now, so that's going to be quite nice. And then... Oh, right. Let's double check. We did have some... government applications. Oh, they got 5 underway here. Right, well, let's just put those into standard filing cabinets. They did start building a lot of, well, some industries at least, so they're good on them, I guess. And this one should be hiring slowly but surely a lot. And there we go. Establish the film art completed. The moving picture. The acquisition of film recording equipment and establishment of movie theaters throughout Mexico has led to fledgling film industry taking root. Oh, trade unions again get approval and more support and rural folk. Or intelligentsia and petty bourgeoisie. Let's have a look. Who hates us most? Armed Forces does hate us quite a bit. Or we could get a lot of... Well, we might be able to get the mass propaganda that way, but I think we're just going to go with the boost of trade unions and rural folk right now, considering that they're both in the government. Getting their approval rating higher might not be a bad idea. We've still got about 20 million radicals as well. That's not really helping the situation, but I suppose... Well, we've still got the free trade, hopefully, going forward now. Remains to be seen, of course, but I think we're going to try going for speed 4. I know that this time, or at this point of the game, it can be a bit tricky. The game isn't at the kind of the staples as it is. But we have definitely increased our GDP. It's already 350. How's the standard of living? So it's number 7 worldwide. If we do have a look at the ledger real quick. So prestige, we are of course number 1 by quite a margin there. GDP, we're also the first bit, quite a margin. Standard of living. We're the big, well, I mean, of course we're the biggest one, but like we're the only one that is even, well, actually, Grand Duchy of Finland is there surprisingly high, number 13 in terms of prestige. But still, like, beyond that, there's not too much in there. But yeah, we're doing fairly well. We're getting the search survey, which is going to be done hopefully soon. But I do realize we are actually out of time for this episode, so the finale is going to have to be tomorrow then, I'm afraid. But if you did enjoy this, please like or subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.